Hey everybody, welcome back. It's part 2 of my sci-fi collection. Anyways, next one. This is the movie to the series Firefly Serenity. This is a great action sci-fi movie. It's a masterpiece, but no one saw this in theaters. I'm probably one of like the 15 people who saw this in theaters. Saw it with my dad, saw it with my brother. It was just downright awesome. I love this film. In fact, I think this is my dad's film. Check it out. It's fantastic. You'll love it. You'll watch it over and over again. Even though the one scene's kind of irritating to watch, but that just makes it better in my opinion. Next is a movie trilogy that some people like and some people think is overrated. But you know what? I don't care. It's awesome either way. The Matrix trilogy. I love all three of these films. They're all masterpieces in my opinion. The third one's kind of bland at times, but it's still a lot of fun. The first one, wow, this was just great. I remember seeing this for the first time. I was like blown away how awesome it was. Neo, the main character of the film, he's just awesome. Even though Keanu Reeves is one of the dumbest actors I've seen, he pulls his part off really well. He definitely did it good. I hated him in Dracula. He did terrible in Dracula and every movie he's been in, other than Bogus Journey, other than the Bill and Ted films. And these three, some people didn't like these films, but I love all three of these films. They're all pretty much the same plot, sort of, but these two focus more on the outside world than the Matrix itself. But still, they're a lot of fun. Check them out. Okay, now this one's gonna be pretty big, so I'm gonna have to take a bite of my food here before I start. Alright, this is a very big set here. This is a series of movies. It's my Gojira or Godzilla films. The first one, the original Japanese masterpiece, has been re-edited to death and added Raymond Burr, which is still a good watch, but if you can watch anything, watch the original Japanese version. But you know what I do wish is that they didn't chop it up so much from the original. And just dub over what everyone was saying. And you know, I can understand what they were doing because not a lot of people like foreign films, and some people were disliking the Japanese at the time, so it made sense to add a American actor in. But they cut out so much from the film that it legitimately wasn't the same film. So if you're gonna watch anyone, watch Gojira. But also, if you like the English, if you don't like reading during films, watch the American re-edit. Still, they're both a lot of fun films to watch, but I prefer the Gojira film. But if you hate reading subtitles, don't get me wrong, I do. But check it out anyway. You can get this for like $20 for both of them, the original and the US re-edit, or you could, find Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the American re-edit for like $7. The next is Godzilla vs. Mothra. The next film is Godzilla vs. Mothra, or in Japan it was known as Mothra vs. Godzilla. I did not get the legacy edition of this because I figured since I had this, but I do want to see what the original Japanese version was like. That's probably a lot of fun to watch. You see, I think that these films do a lot better if they didn't chop them down so much. But I never seen the original version of this, so I really wouldn't know. Anyways, this is a lot of fun. This is one of the best. In '87, Huey released this, 4, your most accomplished album. I think they're undisputed masterpieces. And you probably noticed that that I turned this up because you all love this scene.
Because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends. It's also a personal statement about the band itself. Hey, Paul!
It's hilarious. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. The next is Gojira. I mean, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. You know, it's known as Ghidorah, and it's the same name, but except they take out the O and it spells Ghidorah. Anyways, this one's a lot of fun. It introduced one of the main enemies in the Godzilla series. Truly. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's the first time you ever see Ghidorah. This one started pretty much the whole Monster Rumble thing. Has both the original Japanese version in it, which there's not too much different. Some of these don't really have too much differences. The American version is just a little bit shorter, but you still get the same feel for it. But if you want to watch the original version, I suggest the Japanese version. Next is the Invasion of the Astro Monster, or Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, or so simply Monster Zero. This is a really fun film. Nick Adams is in it, and he's not in the U.S. just in the U.S. re-edit. He was also in the original Japanese version, but instead in the Japanese version, he was the one who was dubbed over for Japanese. You see, in these films, it's kind of confusing. A lot of people think that their mouths are moving to speak English, but they're still speaking Japanese. But they put English words over it, so that's how dubbing works. But some of you may already know that. This one's a lot of fun, a lot of sci-fi. And of course, Godzilla is sci-fi all around. But this one is like Star Trek meets Godzilla. A lot of fun, some monster battle. But if you're gonna pick it, but it's more for the hardcore Godzilla fans. Oh yeah, and don't you just love this sound? I love that sound. I don't know why. And I always keep these things because it always feels more secure and it keeps it closed. Just go in. Now the next one is Son of Godzilla. And you can see this isn't the entire series, it's just ones I own. A lot of fun, this one. It's first time you met Manila, but they don't call him anything. It says on the back of the box his name is Manila. This one's a lot of fun. It has a Kamikaris, which is the giant praying mantis. The Kumarga, which is the giant spider. It has some good action scenes. This one was definitely made more for kids, and it's more of a family film, but it's still a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun watching this film. I highly recommend it. Some people dislike it, some people like it, but you get a good laugh out of it, and it's enjoyable, and it really realized how much Godzilla loves his son. It's a good one. Okay, now this one I just, for some reason, always love watching. It's Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla. Now, this one has an alien Godzilla, which is MechaGodzilla, but he originally starts out in a rubber suit, in a Godzilla suit, sort of like the actor in the Godzilla suit. So it's too much to explain. This one's a lot of fun. You'll have a lot of fun watching this film. It's so cheesy that it's fun to watch, even though I can't stand that singing scene because it lasts forever. And King Caesar, I don't know what he is. The next one, Terror of MechaGodzilla. This is the direct sequel to that, and the last one in the second series. The first series was Gojira, and the second one was Godzilla Raids Again. This is the last in the second series, the colored series. A lot of fun. I highly recommend this film. There's some good monster battle, but Godzilla doesn't have any allies in this one, which is pretty cool, so it makes you feel like there's more for him to do in this one. A good one, I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching it. You'll have a lot of fun watching it, even if you don't like Japanese films. Holy crap, I'm going to go into part 3.